Today, I'm playing the entire career of Ronaldo Jr., turning him into one of the greats just like his father Cristiano. And of course, Ronaldo has already won everything. So of course, with Ronaldo Jr., we finally have to win that World Cup. But Jr. is nothing like his father out of 63 overall. He sucks right now. But don't you worry, I am now his agent and I will take him to the very top by winning the Ballon d'Or, conquering Europe, but most importantly, finally winning Portugal the World Cup. But to kickstart Ronaldo Jr.'s career, he is currently in the Nassr Academy, where he is easily the best player in his academy. And as his agent, I have struck a deal with his manager Jorge Jesus on how to get his first professional contract. So I welcome Jr. into my office and let him know that the manager said he will get a pro contract if he can win the youth tournament here at Nassr. And Ronaldo Jr. responds, "Thank you, Mr. Salinas. I won't let you down. I'll do my very best." And do his very best is exactly what he did, as he scored 2 goals in the final to win the entire youth tournament. And yes, boys, it is now happening. Ronaldo Jr. has signed a professional contract with Nassr, and he has kickstarted his journey of winning the World Cup with Portugal. But that's not the only thing I want him to do. Just like his father, I want him to go ahead and win 5 Champions Leagues as well as 5 Ballon d'Ors. Subscribe and comment down below if you think he'll do it. So Ronaldo Jr. is now at Nassr, where he'll be the backup to the likes of Joao Felix and his father Ronaldo. And well, it turns out that is a lie, because Cristiano Ronaldo has walked into my office and says, "Look, Mr. Salinas, I have a lot of power at this club, and I have requested that Ronaldo Jr. starts alongside me on my final season here in professional football. So make sure he stays focused as I'm trying to pass him the torch." And boys, this is incredible news. At just 15 years old, Ronaldo Jr. will be a starter alongside his father and Joao Felix. What a front three Nassr does have. Of course, we need to set him on the right path of winning Ballon d'Ors, Champions Leagues, and the World Cup. And a great first season here at Nassr would definitely help him get there, as we're gonna go ahead and go for the poacher development plan, because his shooting is looking horrendous. And to be honest, so are the rest of his stats other than his pace. So with Ronaldo retiring at the end of the season, let's see how Jr. does in his first and only season alongside his father. And what a great first season for Ronaldo Jr. 11 goals in 40 appearances, while Cristiano got 17 goals in his final season. But he has now boosted up +4, now at a 67 overall. This kid is going to be incredible. And speaking of his 11 goals, we're gonna keep track of all of his goal tally. I wonder how many he'll get. But when it comes to his first trophy, Nassr were nowhere near, as Al Hilal ran away with the league, which means Ronaldo has retired without a trophy here in Saudi. But it is a World Cup here, and of course, Ronaldo Jr. was nowhere near the squad. We know one day he'll be leading the line and hopefully winning the World Cup. And now in season number 2, things have gotten interesting, as Ronaldo Jr. has gotten 2 offers. And the first offer he's received is in the Bundesliga for VfB Stuttgart, and the second offer is from FC Twente and the Eredivisie. Yes, Ronaldo Jr. is still 16 years old at a 68 overall, but does his future lie here at Nassr? So I go ahead and tell Ronaldo Jr., you have gotten 2 brilliant offers from the Eredivisie and Bundesliga. What would you like to do? He then says, "Mr. Salinas, I really appreciate you getting me those deals, but I have a destiny to achieve here in Saudi Arabia, and that is to win a trophy, because my father was very unlucky." So Ronaldo Jr. has decided we are accepting the Stuttgart offer and we are rejecting the FC Twente offer, and Jr. will be staying at Nassr. So now with Cristiano gone, Jr. will be starting alongside Jonathan Duran. However, if they ever want to win a trophy, this team needs to improve. I need to go ahead and convince the manager to sign 2 brand new fullbacks, as they're below a 75, and if possible, a brand new CDM. So I walk into Jorge Jesus' office and I let him know Jr.'s goal here at Nassr is to deliver you guys a trophy, as his father couldn't do it. And I do suggest, if possible, to strengthen the fullback positions in the CDMs. What do you think? Jorge Jesus does say, "You know what, that is a great idea. Jr. has been great so far. Let's go ahead and improve the side and win a trophy this season." And bring in reinforcements is exactly what the manager did, as he brought in Portuguese left back Rafael Guerreiro, Portuguese right back Joao Cancelo, and finally Portuguese CDM Ruben Neves, who was a free agent at the start of the season. And now this is what the Nassr side is looking like. Not only can Ronaldo Jr. go ahead and win his first trophy, but he is playing alongside some Portuguese greats where he can learn a lot from. And Ronaldo Jr. has now been given his father's number 7, which is great. But of course, we must continue working on his stats. His pace did go up, but everything else is still looking suspect. And unfortunately, he is still at a 68 overall, which means he doesn't gain his first play style. And this is very important, because if we ever do get to the World Cup final, we will play that game and he needs as many play styles as as possible. But I think this season, because he already has 5-star weak foot, we're gonna go ahead and go for the advanced forward road to continue working on his shooting. And boys, Ronaldo Jr. has a chance for his first trophy against Al Ittihad in the AFC Champions League. But of course, it won't be easy as he is playing against Karim Benzema, one of Ronaldo's greatest ever teammates. But if he can go ahead and win this trophy for Al Nassr, it would be huge for his career. Let's go ahead and see if he can win his first trophy, and it's a 4-3 victory. Junior did not get in the score sheet, but he gets his first ever trophy. So after that trophy win, I call in Ronaldo Jr. and ask him, congrats man, you have finally won that trophy. With January coming up, do you want me to schedule a transfer out of the Saudi League? Ronaldo Jr. says, thank you for your eagerness. I want to go ahead and finish what I started and hopefully win this league for Al Nassr as well, in honor of my father. So Ronaldo Jr. has made his decision. Let's go to the end of the season and see if he can win the league title. And yes, Ronaldo Jr. has done it, winning the Saudi League by 2 points over Al Hilal. And it's another +4 for Ronaldo Jr. now at a 72. And because he surpassed that 70 overall, he gets his first play style being first touch silver. But it's an even better season with 19 goals and 2 assists. So close to reaching 20 goals in one season. And to be honest, finishing in 5th place in the Golden Boot race, it's not bad for a teenager. But now with 30 goals to his name, I think it's time for him to make a move, to continue his journey of winning Ballon d'Ors, Champions Leagues, and the World Cup for Portugal. And to kick off season number 3, I have officially transfer listed Ronaldo Jr. as his time here at Al Nassr is over. And the first offer for Junior has come in, and it is from RCD Mallorca, who are currently in La Liga. That's not a bad offer. And a second offer from La Liga has been received, and it is also from Real Oviedo. 2 clubs in the top 5 league, but they might be relegation battlers. And boys, one final offer has come in, and it is huge. And that is from Liverpool Football Club, one of the best teams in England, but more importantly, the biggest rivals of United, where Ronaldo used to play. So I welcome Junior into my office, and I let him know, Junior, you have received 3 offers, 2 of them from La Liga clubs who are fighting relegation, and the 3rd club is Liverpool. Junior says, man, this is a tough decision. I know I can absolutely shine in the likes of Oviedo and Mallorca. However, if I do join them and relegate, my stock can go ahead and lead to a downfall, and I may never get selected for Portugal in my career. And Ronaldo Jr. has made his decision. He is joining Liverpool. He's arrived at Anfield at a 72 overall. I don't think he'll be getting any game time, but I'm sure he envisions himself going out on loan. But I cannot believe he decided to join the Reds. So once again, I speak with Ronaldo Jr. Look, man, you had some amazing offers on the table, but Liverpool, why didn't you make that decision? Ronaldo Jr. then says, look, I backed myself at Oviedo and Mallorca. However, I do really want to test myself. I am not afraid of the pressures that come to be. And whether that pressure is the controversy of joining my United's biggest rivals or joining a big club at just 17 years old. So Ronaldo Jr. is now a Liverpool player at just 17 years old. But of course, he's not starting over Ekitike and Alexander Isak. So I'm pretty sure, like he expected, we're gonna go ahead and loan list him. But no matter what club he joins, whether he wins a league title or gets relegated, his future is secured here at Liverpool. And immediately, Junior has received 2 amazing loan offers. The first one being in the Serie A with Como, where he'll be playing under the tutelage of Cesc Fabregas, a legend, or Crystal Palace, a team that just won a major trophy, but it's in the Premier League, however. So I tell Ronaldo Jr., here are your 2 offers, Palace and Como. Where would you wish to go? I personally suggest you go to Como. And Junior says, you know what, you're right. I think Crystal Palace is too huge of a jump. Plus, I don't think I'll be starting every week, while Como, I can compete in the starting 11. And here we go. Ronaldo Jr. has now gone out on loan for the next 2 seasons here at Como. And who knows, it might extend for even longer. But let's see how Junior fares here in the Serie A. Ronaldo Jr. is now in Italy, and of course, he is going to be sitting on the bench. But to be honest, the competition is doable, as Cutrone and Duvicas are both at a 75 overall. So I think he made the right move in not joining Crystal Palace. But of course, he must continue to improve as a footballer, as his shooting is now above a 70. I think this year I want to work more on his dribbling and passing, so we're going for the target forward role. Let's see how he does in his first year here in Italy. And who knows, he might make the Euro squad at the end of the season. And you know what? It's not a bad season. 9 goals and 29 appearances. Was basically the top goal scorer of the club as a backup. But he has now improved a +3 to a 75 overall, unlocking his next playstyle, which is going to be Quick Step Silver. However, when it comes to achievements, Como only finished in 13th place. That's not good. And in terms of the Coppa Italia, it was won by Fiorentina, surprisingly. Como got eliminated in the quarters. But hitting a 75 overall means he will be starting next to Duvicas in the starting 11, as Cutrone is already 30 years old and will start to go down. And now, beginning season number 4, Ronaldo Jr. walks into my office. He says, Mr. Salinas, thank you for all your work so far, but now that I am a starter here at Como, no, I do not want to go back to Liverpool unless I win a trophy, whether that's a Serie A, Coppa Italia, or the Golden Boots. And of course, I respond, I really respect that, Junior. I'll go ahead and talk to Cesc Fabregas to bring in some transfers to help you out. Boys, the reality is this team is not good enough to win the Coppa Italia or help Junior strive in that Golden Boot race, as 3 of the defensive positions could use work as well as the goalkeeper position, but the rest of the squad is pretty talented. So I step foot in Fabregas' office and I let him know Ronaldo Jr. has big ambitions here at Como, not only for himself but for the club, and I think we should go ahead and strengthen this squad as he wants to return the favor and hopefully win you guys a trophy. Fabregas agrees. I'll go ahead and do my research and bring in some incredible transfers. And let me tell you, Fabregas brought in some amazing signings. An 80 overall center back Mika Marmol and an 80 overall goalkeeper by the name of Leo Roman. However, Fabregas has completely ignored the other 2 positions and has gone for an 80 overall Mark Guehi from Aston Villa, and that has put Ronaldo Jr. back on the bench. Why did he do that, man? We clearly need a right back or another center back. So I burst into Fabregas' office. Look, Cesc, I do respect you 100%, but why ignore the other 2 positions when Junior was a top goal scorer last season? Fabregas does respond, I do understand your frustration. Junior is only here on loan and I have to prepare the club after him. I understand he wants to win a trophy with us, but some competition may help him out. And I can't lie, I'm furious with Fabregas, man. Junior worked so hard last season to score the most goals in the club, and this is how he's rewarded. But at least there's good news, as the stats are slowly starting to improve. I think we're gonna go ahead and go back to the poacher development plan. I just really do hope he gets some game time this season, because he did miss out on the Euros last year. And boys, I can't believe this. Como finished in 2nd place, only a couple points off winning the Serie A. But yes, Ronaldo Jr. has done it. He has won the Coppa Italia. He actually won a trophy with Como. But a +4 is absolutely incredible for Ronaldo, now at a 79 at just 18 years old. And he has done it again, the top goal scorer of the club. Regardless if Guehi was signed, he scored 22 goals and 2 assists. And Junior has also won the Golden Boot over his teammate Mark Guehi and Ferran Torres. What an incredible season for Junior. I think it's time he goes back to Liverpool. But before the start of the new season, Junior comes into my office. He says, I know I said I would leave once I win a trophy or a Golden Boot, and I've won both, but I think something special is brewing here at Como, and I would like to return here out on loan for at least 1 more season and possibly win the Serie A. I go ahead and tell Junior that is a little bit risky. You had an amazing season and may get good offers or might get started at Liverpool, but I'll see what I can do for you. So as of right now, Ronaldo Jr. is back at Liverpool at 19 years old, but I walk into Arne Slot's office and let him know, look, Ronaldo Jr. was absolutely incredible out on loan and he would like to return as he feels he has unfinished business, and I would like for you to let us to go out on loan once again. However, Arne Slot does say no can do. Ronaldo Jr. has done his time out on loan, and I do have a vision for him at this club, and that is to be a bench player for the next couple seasons until he's ready to take over. And boys, this is not good news as he is still behind Jonathan Burkhardt and Alexander Isak, even though Ekitike left. So I tell Ronaldo Jr., look, going out on loan is not an option. Arne Slot wants you to be here on the bench and eventually be the future number 9 of this club. I'm sorry, we can't go to Como. Ronaldo Jr. responds, I would still like to go to Como. I guess our only option is to be transfer listed, but I'm not sure if it's the right decision. I'm gonna go ahead and let you make this decision for us. And boys, that's a lot of weight on my shoulders. He has given me the option to either transfer list him and could potentially go back to Como and become one of the world's best strikers, or the second option is he rides on the bench for the next couple seasons, out on the World Cup squad this season if he sits on the bench. What decision should I make for him, man? I don't want to be a bad agent. And boys, I have made the decision, and yes, Ronaldo Jr. has left Liverpool officially and is now joining Como on a permanent deal. It was a tough decision, but sitting on the bench isn't an issue, but it's the fact that the World Cup is at the end of this year, and I know Junior wants to go very bad. So boys, we've risked it all, and Junior is back now at Como. And of course, this squad is looking incredible, and they finished in 2nd last season. But before we move on, I went into Fabregas' office, and I go ahead and let him know, look, Cesc, I'm very sorry about lashing out last season, and thank you for bringing in Junior on a permanent deal. He really wanted this. Fabregas responds, it's all good, man. He's a talented player. He's gonna help us out, and in return, of course, he's gonna get helped out as well. But getting another center back and right back is a good idea. Thank you for telling me last season. And this time around, Fabregas has made those signings. At center back, he has brought in an 82 overall Italian Pirola, and at right back, an 80 83 overall, Mikel Coyote from Brentford. And boys, this team is looking absolutely incredible as we know what Ronaldo Jr. wants to do, and that is to win the Serie A, to continue to raise his CV, but of course, he has the World Cup at the end of the season. And I think this season, it's time to work on his passing and his dribbling, so we're gonna go for the false 9 development plan. And 18 goals and 1 assist is another great season for Junior. Now at an 82 overall, he has gained his next play style, and that play style is low-driven silver. However, when it comes to the league title, again, Como missed out, but this time by 1 point. Ronaldo Jr. almost achieved what he wanted. But like I mentioned, it's World Cup year as Portugal have the group of death. And yes, Ronaldo Jr. has made it to the World Cup squad, but there is terrible news as he is the worst striker of the 4 selected, meaning he won't get any games. But hey, at least he's very close to leading the line for Portugal. And unfortunately, Portugal got knocked out in the round of 16 to Romania as England went ahead and won the World Cup. And Ronaldo Jr. didn't make a single appearance, man. But to begin season number 6, Ronaldo Jr. has received an incredible offer, and that is from Chelsea Football Club in the Premier League. And it's not just any offer, as Enzo Maresca has walked into my office and says, look, we know Ronaldo Jr. is only 20 years old and only just joined Como on a permanent deal, but we are ready to start him week in and week out in the Premier League, and we want to build a team around him to win multiple Champions Leagues. Now boys, this is a huge offer. What does Junior think about this? I go ahead and tell Ronaldo Jr. you have just received the biggest offer of your career to join Chelsea and be a starter week in and week out. What do you think? Junior goes ahead and says, as much as I am intrigued, I joined Como for one reason and one reason only, and that is to secure them the Serie A title. If Chelsea are interested later, they could come in after I'm done with this project. So Junior has made up his mind. We're rejecting that Chelsea offer. I hope this isn't a mistake. And to be honest, little Ronaldo is so close. Just take a look at this team. There's no chance they don't win it at the end of this season. And he is already looking absolutely incredible. His shooting, pace, and physical are all above a 90. Let's continue to work on his passing and dribbling with the false 9 again. And it's another +3 overall for Ronaldo Jr. now at an 85, which means he gains his next playstyle in finesse shots, but also he gains trickster and game changer as he has 5-star skill moves. And surprisingly, this year he wasn't the top goal scorer as he gets 21 goals and 2 assists, but that now means he reaches the 100 goal mark. But yes, Junior has finally done it. He has won the Serie A title with Como, which means maybe it's time to move on to a humongous club, as he also won his second Coppa Italia of his career. And right before season 7, he now has 100 goals to a name, and it's time to kick off the journey of winning Champions Leagues and Ballon d'Ors. And now in season number 7, we have transfer listed Ronaldo Jr. It's very important we pick the right club because the Euros is at the end of the summer and is his chance to lead the line for the first time for Portugal. And the first offer has come in, and it is from Arsenal Football Club, another team from the Premier League. But a second offer has come in, and it is from Man City. We talked about Champions Leagues and Ballon d'Ors. He could definitely do it at City. And surprisingly, those were the 2 offers that came in for him. At Arsenal, he'd compete with the likes of Victor Osimhen and Lautaro Martinez. They're both higher overall than him, but both are on their way out. While at Man City, he has only one competition, but it so happens to be the world's best striker in Erling Haaland. I wonder what Ronaldo Jr. would like to do. So I welcome Junior into my office and I tell him, look, you have received 2 amazing offers, both where I believe you can shine, win Ballon d'Ors and Champions Leagues. But one of them, you have to compete with the world's best striker, while the other, you might have to wait your turn a season or 2. Ronaldo Jr. then responds, it's going to be a tough decision, but don't you forget, I wouldn't mind playing off the wing just like my father in that left-hand side, or maybe even the right. Once again, I'm going to allow you to make this decision for me. I know you won't let me down. So I have made the choice for Ronaldo Jr. and I have chosen Man City. As he is joining Vincent Kompany's men, I think he'll find more success here when it comes to trophies and hopefully Ballon d'Ors, as he will compete directly with Erling Haaland. Ronaldo Jr. is now a Man City player, but of course will be sitting on the bench for Haaland unless we convert him either to a left winger or to a right winger. Well, when it comes to the right wing, that is stocked by Ryan Cherky and Oscar Bubb, while Marmoush is the only left winger at the side. I think that's where we need to go. And Ronaldo Jr. is now a left winger, but he went down a -3, which means he'll be the backup to Omar Marmoush as of this season. But don't you worry, that will change in no time, and one day he'll be going back to that striker position, either when he leaves City or Haaland leaves the club. In terms of development plans, I'm gonna go ahead and go for the inside forward role, because we want him to score a lot of goals here at City if he ever wants to win the Ballon d'Or. And you know what? It's not a bad first year, 19 goals and 60 appearances. But of course, Erling Haaland was always gonna outscore him. But he has regained his overall and then some, now at an 87 rated, slowly becoming one of the world's world's best players. And yes, Junior wins his first trophy here at City with the Prem title. He also wins the FA Cup. His first ever treble is actually on, but he misses out on the Carabao Cup. But when it comes to the Champions League, it was won by Arsenal. He could have joined that club, man, as he got eliminated by them in the semis. And of course, Junior doesn't win his first Ballon d'Or, but it's given to Haaland. This was the only problem joining City. This is who he's competing with. And it looks like Junior has been selected and will be starting in the Euros for Portugal, as they have a pretty decent group. And what? Portugal got grouped in Group C as Ukraine finished them first, and Poland won the entire thing. And to begin season number 8, this squad is looking great. However, I would like company to sign up replacement for Ruben Diaz and Rodri. Before that happens, Ronaldo Jr. has a request from me, and he says, I'm very disappointed how my team did in the Euros. I know company will be looking at some transfer targets if you can ask him or convince him to bring in at least one Portuguese player. So of course, I have to try my best to fulfill his demands. So I walk into company's office and I let him know, I know you're gonna go ahead and look for a center back or a CDM. Why not go for a Portuguese player like João Neves or Vitinho, or Goncalo Inacio or Antonio Silva? Vincent Company says, you know what, I'll go ahead and think about that. So company went ahead and brought in his signings, an 85 rated CDM and Kobe Mainu. But yes, he listened to us as he brought in 86 overall Antonio Silva, the Portuguese center back. And now this squad is looking even stronger. But not only that, Antonio Silva will get better chemistry with Ronaldo Jr. in hopes of winning the World Cup very, very soon. And Ronaldo Jr. is looking like a world-class player. Everything but passing is above an 85. So let's go ahead and work on that by giving him the wide playmaker role. Let's see if he can win his first Champions League and maybe his first Ballon d'Or. But come on, this time around Liverpool win the Premier League. But yes, Junior has won the Community Shield, and they also win the FA Cup, but losing the final to Bournemouth on the Carabao. But yes, boys, Ronaldo Jr. is in his first ever Champions League final against Liverpool, as they beat his former team Como along the way. And this is what their team is looking like. It's looking pretty good. This is not gonna be easy. But thankfully, Junior scored 23 goals and 5 assists this year, as Haaland just outscored him, as Ronaldo Jr. now reaches a 90 overall, and will be gaining his final playstyles in low driven plus, with press proven silver replacing the X low driven. But it's now time for the UCL final, as Haaland, Cherki, and Mainu are all injured. It's all up to Junior to win this game for Man City, and it's a 2-1 victory, as Rodri and Butcher score the winners. And the UCL win means he wins his first Ballon d'Or. That's his first of 5 that I want him to win. What a great season for Junior this year. And to begin season number 9, company has made some interesting signings. The first player he has brought in is an 85 overall Liam Delap, and the second signing is an 86 overall Mikey Moore. And I say this is interesting because these overalls and these statures are not for backups. Is he trying to replace either Haaland or Junior now? So I walked into company's office and asked him, I think it's brilliant you brought in the likes of Mikey Moore and Liam Delap, but we both know they don't want to sit on the bench. Are you replacing my client? Vincent Company says, nothing to worry about as of right now. With Haaland and Junior both winning Ballon d'Ors, I have a feeling that one of them is going to want to leave very soon, as they both want to be the main man. So in terms of his stats, everything just looks brilliant. At this rate, let's just try to get him as high as possible. Let's give him the winger role this period. And it's Ronaldo Jr.'s best ever season, 37 goals and 11 assists, outscoring the likes of Haaland and Liam Delap, as he is now at a 93 overall. He's easily the world's best player. And when it comes to the Premier League, they won it again, but they lost to Liverpool in the Community Shield. But yes, Junior wins the FA Cup, the treble is on, and they also win the Carabao Cup, smashing West Ham. And boys, they're in back-to-back Champions League finals against Inter Milan. We know they bottle all the time, but it seems they have a pretty good squad, as these are the goal scorers in just the Champions League alone. Nico O'Reilly is at Inter, but it's time for his second Champions League final. Can he go ahead and win it, as Ainuri and Silver are both injured? But I believe Junior can still go ahead and complete the challenge, and yes, 3-2 victory, as Kabore Jr. and Donnarumma score in the final. This is the group that Portugal will be in the World Cup, as of course Ronaldo Jr. is a starter and is now the best player in his country. But sadly, Portugal got knocked out in the semifinals, this time to the Netherlands, as Spain won the entire thing. But at least Ronaldo Jr. scored 3 goals in the competition. But regardless, Junior does it again. He wins his second Ballon d'Or. 3 more to go. And to kick off season number 10, Vincent Company has welcomed me into his office, and he says, what I told you would happen has exactly happened. Erling Haaland came into my office and said he was upset that he is no longer the star of this team, and has requested for him either to leave or Junior to step out of the club. And then I respond, this shouldn't be the case. 2 superstars can coexist. Look how successful they've been. Company response, it's out of my hands. Let Junior know and let him make his decision. So I welcome Junior Junior into my office and I let him know company wishes for either you or Erling Haaland to leave the club. What would you like to do, Junior? Junior says, man, this really sucks. I was enjoying my time at City, but you know what? Haaland is a Man City legend, a bigger one than me. In fact, I will step away from City to keep Erling Haaland happy. So Ronaldo Jr. is now transfer listed at 24 years old, 93 overall. He will be leaving Man City. And let me tell you, Junior got offers from 3 clubs: FC Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Atletico. And for some reason, he decided to go ahead and join Atletico de Madrid, as he is now joining the Rojiblancos. But I'm curious, why Atletico? So I welcome Junior into my office. I'm curious, Junior. You had Barcelona and Madrid on the table and you took Atletico. Why is that? And Junior says, well, I do appreciate the greatness of Barcelona and of course Real Madrid where my father played. But I want to go ahead and build my own legacy like I have already. And I think I could best do that at Atletico. So Ronaldo Jr. is now at Atletico, back to being a striker, went down to -1. But the team surrounding him is actually not too bad, as Mika Marmon, his teammate at Como, is now here. And of course, he still has 3 UCLs and 3 Ballon d'Ors to win here at Atletico apparently. Let's see if he can do it. If not, we're gonna have to transfer him. And I'm just gonna go ahead and give him the advanced playmaker role. And you know what? It's a great first year in Spain. 25 goals and 10 assists. Now at a 93 overall, I think he's getting used to the striker once again. But when it comes to La Liga, they just missed out by 4 points. It really was a great first season. But he did not win the Copa de España. And he just missed out on the Copa del Rey 4-2. That's unfortunate. And in the Champions League, they were knocked out in the playoffs by United. Junior needs to do better, man. Or maybe, just maybe, this squad needs some brand new additions. But of course, finishing second doesn't give him the Ballon d'Or as Haaland wins his second. And kicking off season number 11, Junior actually walks into my office and says, hey boss, we had a great first season here. However, I don't feel comfortable in this formation. Can you go ahead and speak to the manager and maybe run 2 strikers up top? So I walk into Bordala's office, the manager of Atletico, and say, Junior has had a great time here at Atletico so far, but he would like some support up top. What do you think of a 2-man formation? Bordala says, you know what? That's a great idea. I felt he was a bit isolated last year. We don't have any funds to sign anybody, so Julian will be playing next to him. And you know what? This formation does not look too bad. Julian running that false 9 role while Ronaldo Jr. can score the goals. And we have 2 amazing double pivots. So now at 25 years old, he's at a 93 overall, looking incredible. Let's just go ahead and give him whatever grows him the fastest, and that is going to be the poacher role. And once again, Junior could not win the La Liga as Barca win it once again, man. And the Copa de España is won by Barcelona, but he has won the Copa del Rey, his first trophy at Atleti. But oh my days, Junior has dragged Atletico to the Champions League final. And facing Juventus won't be easy, as Yildiz is the top goal scorer of the Champions League, right behind this other guy. But Junior is looking dangerous himself with 38 goals, 16 assists. I believe it's his best ever season. And now at a 94 overall, let's see if he wins his 3rd Champions League. It's now time for the Champions League final, the chance to win his 3rd, and it's a 2-1 victory as he gets another goal to secure the Champions League. But of course, it's now time for the Euros, as this is Portugal's group, and Junior will finally be leading the line as the captain. Can he win his first Euros? And Ronaldo Jr. has reached the Euros final against Poland. I believe this is the last team that won the Euros. And in terms of the top goal scorers, it's actually a Portuguese man, and Rodrigo Gouveia, because Awolski has 3 goals behind him. So the question is, can Junior go ahead and add an international trophy to his CV? And it's a 3-1 win as Junior fails to score, but he wins another trophy. And of course, that gives him another Ballon d'Or to his name. 2 more to go. Kicking off season number 12, I can't lie, this squad doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. Julian at 36 is still going strong. Nico Williams at 34 has not gone down too much, so I don't think the manager will bring in anyone just yet. So we're gonna go ahead and give Ronaldo Jr. the target forward role and see if he can win another Champions League this season. And that's more like it. 30 goals and 11 assists from Junior, now at a 95 overall. But yes, they have finally won La Liga. It only took 3 years. But the Supercopa was still won by Madrid, and Osasuna won the Copa del Rey. No treble for Junior. And he just misses out on the UEFA Super Cup, man. But he has done it again against City. He has a chance at another Champions League. But it's now time for the final. Can he go ahead and get his revenge on Haaland for forcing him out of Man City? And it's a 3-1 win as Junior gets a goal in the final. And yet again, he wins a Ballon d'Or. That is his 4th. He now has 4 Ballon d'Ors, 4 Champions Leagues, 276 goals. But his last next World Cup is next season. Can he go ahead and achieve it? And at the end of season 13, they have won the La Liga title. He also finally won the Copa de España. Adds another Copa del Rey, the chance for a treble. And finally wins the UEFA Super Cup. And once again, they're in the UCL final, but it's a Madrid derby against Real. And it's Junior's best ever season, 47 goals and 11 assists. And now at a 96 overall, he has a chance of winning his last Champions League, his last Ballon d'Or, and maybe the World Cup. But of course, it won't be easy as Wisdom Okoro is one of the top goal scorers in the Champions League. But our boy Junior is topping that list. But it's time for the Champions League final. Can he win his final and fifth UCL? And it's a win in 9 and 8 in penalties. Let's go, Junior. So as Portugal is in an easy Group E, let's see if Junior can finally lead this team to a World Cup final. But when it comes to the group stages, Portugal were perfect. In the round of 16, they beat Ghana. In the quarterfinals, they beat Morocco. And in the semis, they beat Argentina. And they'll be facing Spain in the World Cup final. It's always Spain and Yamal. But Ronaldo Jr. has been incredible. 6 goals in 6 games, while Samu has 6 and 4. This World Cup final won't be easy. But thankfully, we've been preparing him 96 overall with these playstyles. Let's win this World Cup. Ronaldo Jr. on the ball, 18th minute of the game. Giovanni Quendas looking for the space. A brilliant through ball into Ronaldo Jr. Can he go ahead and take the lead for Portugal? Cuts inside. It's the Ronaldo Jr. finesse from outside the box. Great save. And now it's and here comes Ronaldo Jr. with a brilliant through ball into Roger Fernandez. Can he go ahead and make it 1-0 here in this World Cup final? Cuts back. Ronaldo Jr. wins the ball back though, and it goes in. Ronaldo Jr. takes the lead for Portugal. And just like that, it's all over. Junior lifts the World Cup trophy and wins his 5th and final Ballon d'Or. If you guys enjoyed this video, sure click on the screen and watch me fix Real Madrid.